My name is Donna Noble. I'm from Kingston, Jamaica, and I'm a set decorator and food stylist. Food styling is the art of presentation or preparing food for camera. There are several instances where food stylists might be hired for television commercials where food product is the main feature. For cookbooks, so the recipes more than likely would have to be photographed, so food stylists would prepare the food for photography. For social media, for a variety of things, even feature films, because chances are the food shots that you've seen in a film, a food stylist was there to prepare the food. I would say food styling found me because I started off in film in the early 70s with my husband Paul. He directed, I produced television commercials and documentaries. And so when we were, asked to produce food commercials, I would set decorate and also style the food. I didn't know very much about it at the time, and there wasn't the internet in those days. And so I learned on the job. Since then, of course, I've done courses in LA and New York, and I'm still learning on the job, because every job is different. There are new sets of challenges on every job. A food styling kit is huge. And that's one of the challenges, just getting everything on set. So it could be anywhere from 2 carloads containing prop plates, glasses, all sorts of tableware, my kit plus the food. And one of the challenges is you're on location, you've got there, and just a simple thing of finding parking close enough to wherever you're going to work, a place to set up out of the rain, because chances are on location, if it's a house, they're going to be using the kitchen to film in. So you have to be preparing somewhere else. And so I travel heavy. There's a lot of stuff. But of course, every job is different. Yeah, it just depends on the job, what kit we travel with. It's all about teamwork. It really is, because you have the synergy between the creative director, the client, the photographer or the DP, whoever is behind the camera, and the food stylist. And so it's a holistic thing. It's teamwork. The first thing I'll get on a project is usually the script, and I'll look through it and break it down. And the other thing, you want to listen to your client. And we're talking about television commercials now, so you want to know the people who buy their products, what are they expecting? And so you'll have a list of dishes or drinks or whatever it is that, the project entails. And the first thing is a budget, of course. And then once that's approved and you have a go-ahead, then you start to break it down into props, ingredients. What are you going to the supermarket to buy? Where can I source certain, maybe hard to get bits and pieces, And that's why my garden has become very important. And with food styling, fresh is a must. The food must be the best quality, because there's not much you can do if food isn't, camera ready. I mean, there are things you can do, but it's best you start with very fresh ingredients. Yeah. People always ask us if, the food is fake and so on. We do use, portions and things that could be classified as not very savory. But in truth and in fact, I like the food to look real. So I try to keep it as real as possible. We do use things like fake ice, But if it's a product, truth in advertising, you try and use that product as close to what it is. You can enhance it, make it look its best, but I think fresh is best. We do use bits and pieces like glycerin. So we'll do a mixture of glycerin and water, and that gives you a nice little droplet on, say you're doing a burger and you have the tomato, and so that's what you'd use to give you little droplets, or you have your spritz bottle with your mixture of glycerin and water. Things like that. Yeah, there are a couple tricks of the trade. The thing about prop food and consumption is that's one of the first things I would ask. Yes, once I see a script, if I see that there's consumption, it's a whole different ball game because food safety is very important. But more often than not, no one is consuming, but I have to keep the crew away. And it's not so much what I put on the food, but how long the food has been out, because it will stay out as long as it's fresh. And so for cameras and stuff, and for lighting to happen and so on, it can be out for half a day. So it's not safe for consumption. It's safer not to come to the food stylist table and nibble. So inspiration would come from, first of all, what is it that I'm trying to achieve? And then from there, the ingredients really will tell you. Living in Jamaica, being Jamaican and being of Caribbean descent definitely influences the way I style food. I love using leaves and things like that to serve food in or create backdrops with. But it really depends on the direction that you're asked to go. It wouldn't work for everything. But for my own home, you can see it's, there's lots of foliage and flowers and things around because I just love that. I love it. I love what I do, and so I never thought of doing anything else, I had to learn a lot about the chemistry of food, how food reacts to certain, whether it's temperatures, to cooking, to undercooking, what makes it look best, how long will it last, when do I cook it, that kind of thing. Yeah, so for anybody who wants to be a food stylist, I would say definitely go the chef route first. It's not that it's not important to understand how a film set works, because that has helped me tremendously as well, understanding, the dynamics within the film set. But I would say definitely go learn about food first, and then you'll get into food styling that way. I actually love cooking, so I cook every day at home. Christmas is a big food time for us as a family, and I'm always in the kitchen. All my sisters are cooks as well, so we all get in there at Christmas if we're together. So yeah, and Christmas starts earlier for food styling. So in August, I've been known to go and get out the Christmas decorations because, of course, we're doing food shoots from July, August for December, So Christmas does come early for us. My husband will tell you I'm always putting things out, photographing it. And that's how you get, inspired as well. You see something and you're out the door and, the camera is there and you just start. So it's a hobby of mine as well. The garden is very much part of my kitchen. And so I'm from there to the kitchen and, outside taking photographs as well. So I started growing food early 90s because I wanted to eat better food, healthy food, feed my family healthy food. The flowers are all edible. We grew quite a bit and decided to, try the supermarkets and the chefs and so on, and our market garden was born. And from that, I started to, jot down recipes, and a few years after that, my cookbook, My Goodness Greens, came out. My daughter Robin and I worked on it. She was a photographer, and it was a really great experience working with her. It took a long time, but we finally launched just before COVID. So we launched the book, COVID happened, but never mind, we've sold most of the copies, so we're very happy about it. Yeah, it was a good experience. I have to say I'm very grateful to my husband, Paul. Paul has encouraged me all the way. He really believed in me, everything that I tried to do. And we've worked together for a long time. So I either owe it all to him or I can blame him. So the concept of creatives to me, It means bringing your passions to life, you know, whether it's paints or it's food, as in my line. Food is my paint, and I think create art with the ingredients, you know.